All right, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that that big screw up here. Okay, where am I? All right, I am back. Woo! That was a little difficult there. Okay, cut. All right, welcome everybody to a live stream here on the Bernie P channel. That was my other channel on URB-X-TV. So I'm just checking my live stream. Sorry about that, guys. What's up, Tay? What's up, Exploring CF? Yeah, you didn't get a chance to miss my live stream tonight. Do you get my notifications? Yes, I do get your notifications, but I don't always have my phone on me or the volume turned on. So if I don't hear the bling bling and I'm not paying attention, but I do always keep track of you guys, and I'm always going to keep in my head now that Tuesdays is your night. And I was planning on coming on tonight anyway. I wasn't sure, so I was kind of making sure I didn't overlay on top of anybody. So if you didn't notice anything about the quality of my camera here, I use OBS, and my camera, when I bought it, it was actually a 1080p camera that I have here. And because of OBS, and they're slowly upgrading to a higher resolution, I just got an update today, or just a few minutes ago before I came on, and I have a higher resolution option now here on my screen. Instead of being cut off on the side, I have a nice full screen. Resolution, let me see what my resolution is. It's 1280 by 720, so it's not too bad. They're slowly getting up to, ooh, did I just lose you guys? Okay, no, my camera light was flickering a little bit. So yeah, you guys having problem notifications? I pretty much get all you guys notifications. And so yeah, so I got a nice good setup here on my camera, and I'm looking here on my Facebook. Jeez, I am so screwed up tonight. I'm kind of like all excited. I'm a little hyper tonight. Maybe it's because I've had too much cups of coffee and tea. So yeah, so that's kind of cool. I got an extra setting here that allows me to, you know, have a nice, better picture, because it's good. I need the. I have a camera here that does the 1080p, and I'm not getting it the whole time, so this is great. Now, there's one thing I'd also just noticed, guys, and you tell me if you haven't noticed, because I know I missed you, CF's live stream. I just got into the very end, so I wasn't sure if you guys noticed, but I'm gonna go to my channel here. I'm gonna switch over to double screen mode, transition. Okay, now because my camera settings are a little different here. Okay, double screen mode. I need to fix this. Video capture. Okay, because my screen resolution has changed, so it has my little icon in the corner. So we're gonna just transition this over. There you go. I don't know who you're talking to, Tay. If you're asking me the question, or you're asking CF, but I'm just going to continue here to show you guys. Okay, so I have my channel here, right? And one thing I noticed that I wanted to go into was play around with some of my settings, my custom settings, and now it's went from Creator Studio to YouTube Studio, where now instead of the previous setup that we used to have, we now have this stuff coming up. in a second. No, my internet's not that fast today for some reason. I'm not losing any frames, which is great. I'm just gonna pause this because I don't really need to watch myself. I'm adding more lag onto my stream here. Can I? That's one of the other things too. I need to be able to separate pop-out chat. There we go. That's what I want. I don't need this website. All right. Some people get mine, others don't. Okay. So yeah, so now the Creator Studio is gone. It's replaced with this, the YouTube Studio, and like all of the stuff that we had. Okay, we got the Creator Classic, Studio Classic. I don't know what that is. Okay, skip it. So yeah, this is what we're supposed to have. We were supposed to have like the live stream, the community, and all this stuff. The Creator Studio. What's happening? Are we losing all this stuff? Yeah, I know. It's just, for me, it was more of the analytic part that I kind of liked. Like if you go into okay, YouTube beta, okay, Studio beta, so now they changed that too. Before you could, it was separate. I like the analytics, so it's a little bit more clear. Not like it was before. You had like so much, you know, to kind of process. And so far my channel is kind of going down a little bit because I haven't really been uploading a lot of videos lately. Which, by the way, let's go to my channel here. Yeah, I'm using the app too on my phone, which is actually pretty good. But I just want to go to my subscription list, which I forget how to get there. But I want to thank some of the people that was on Exploring with CF's channel today, just a little while ago, for signing up to my channel. I appreciate it, by the way. I think it was URBXTV signed up. Yeah, there she is, or he. I don't know if you're a guy or a girl. I'm sorry, URBXTV. I'm assuming that you're a woman because you're sexy. And URBXTV, I guess. I don't know. So, yeah, I tried the new one and I couldn't get into hanging it. Yeah, well, we're gonna see. So today has been a plethora. I'm using big words here now, guys. I'm using big words. There's a plethora of information going through YouTube recently about all of the stuff that's been changing with the monetization, and I kind of wanted to give my little 2 cents on it as well, only because that I see a lot of people getting upset and freaking out, which in some ways you have every right to. But the thing is, there's a few things that I kind of learned along the way, because I study a lot of other YouTubers who give information, and now I just recently signed up to the YouTube Creator program for, you know, learning the ropes and what I need to know so that I can get more information. Let me see what we got here. New studio, good. Oh, okay. So not too many people are liking the new YouTube Studio, I take it right now. So my point of view on all this is, just let me kind of set me up in the middle of the screen here a little bit. That's one. I'm telling you, CF, I know you like your XSplit, but if you could get into OBS, it is so much better. That's all I can say. Like, I used XSplit, don't get me wrong, but the only problem is you're so limited unless you pay for it, and a monthly subscription. I'm sorry, I'm not into being scanned by these companies. Alright, so there I am. Uh, so listening to all these people talking about what's going to be happening to the monetization and how people are reacting, and my fellow explorers here have been talking it. Yeah, you're right, man. OBS is my baby. Dave did a great in terms of talking about software use. If you're not familiar with OBS has been around for quite a while. It was meant mostly for gaming, or mostly gamers use it, but you can use it for pretty much anything. But they came with OBS Studio, which is a more revamped, robust version of it, and you could do so much more with it, and it's totally free. If I was making money, I would actually give these guys donations because I think what they're doing is absolutely amazing on the software. But they do need to continue upgrading the resolution. Now, I don't know if it's because of my camera, but then again, like I said, my camera is supposed to be 1080p, and I'm not even reaching that yet with this, so they're still working their way up. And I also use other softwares. I don't only use OBS. I use another one called Action, which has a lot of other cool features as well. I pick and choose depending on my mood. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked, but talking about software is good. But I just want to kind of put my 2 cents in again about this whole monetization thing. I want YouTube. Well, we're going to see. If it turns out that it's a disaster for YouTube's decision to do this, the only person that they can blame is themselves. But you got to realize that from a different point of view, a business standpoint, is that YouTube was crumbling at one point because they weren't making any money. Google came along and bought them out and supported them and gave them the money that they needed to keep it alive, and also making the revenue from the ads that they post. So you gotta look at as YouTube not being a place where you can go and just like, okay, I want to make money, so I'll go on YouTube and make videos. At one point it was like that. Pretty much anybody that wanted to make money on YouTube was coming on and either had their own niche in the whole thing. Now everybody's copying everybody. If somebody's slicing a doll in half with a hot knife, there's going to be thousands of videos out there. I'm so sick and tired because I watch YouTube with my kids all the time. I'm so sick and tired of seeing the same recycled kitten videos over and over and over and over and over and over and over. It just doesn't end. So YouTube is trying to get rid of all of this crap. And that's what YouTube was supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be like the social sharing like Facebook is supposed to be, where I could share little videos or something that I've created. YouTube has been making great money, but the thing is, you got to think of the infrastructure and the amount of technology that they've spent to provide whatever parts of the world that have access to YouTube a free service. And in return, what they want to do is find the best creators or content and help market them in a way. If you're going to create good content, well, why not get paid for it? Don't you hate it when somebody's making money recycling somebody else's videos or your videos, or talking about other people's stuff, and this constant of copying everybody? In no retrospect are we copying each other as urban explorers, because we're all doing our own thing. It's under the same subject. So anybody says, oh, well, you're being a hypocrite and, you're copying what this guy is doing. Some points it does get to that kind of, which is you have to be kind of careful when you go in as groups. In my point of view, like if you and a buddy is going and you're both got your own channel and you're making 2 separate videos or 2 different points of views, you really got to make sure that, okay, you know, if I watch one guy's video, well, then why do I need to watch the other guy's video? Well, he's going to have a different perspective. But after a while, you start seeing, you know, it's almost the same thing. You know, like even today, I was watching one of Exploring with Josh's videos. I got halfway. Well, I got halfway, and I was like, I was going to stop, but I figured, you know what? It's Josh. I'll watch it. Give him some view time. Why not? And the only reason why I wanted to stop, because I already seen the place that he went to see. Mo Sargi went. He did a video. He was there. And I'm like, well, why do I want to see the same thing? You know, maybe a little different camera angles or a little bit different discussion on the history. Because Mo didn't really talk too much about the history. Okay, let me just go back here to the chat here. See what I'm missing. Yes. Okay, freeware is good, as CF says. And he says he doesn't hope that bites him in the ass. YouTube has been making great money. Yes, they have. Too many challenge videos. Yes, too many of this overnight challenge, 24-hour challenge. They don't even stay overnight anyway. It's all bullshit, because you know you can lie. You can say, oh, I've been here like 5 minutes, but I'm here all night and I stayed here. It's all camera editing. And you know, there's a lot of other things going on in not just the urban exploration side of things, but in general. But because urban exploring is my thing, I kind of get tired of this repetitiveness and this clickbait bullcrap. Just don't be one of them. If you have a guilty conscience doing it, then that means that you're feeling guilty for a reason. Okay. We buy the equipment, travel costs. Yes, it's money. I'm going to get into that in a moment with some ideas. All right, guys, I have to take off. Okay, Tay, it was nice seeing you. I'm sorry I didn't get to say goodbye to her before you left. I think a lot of the big guys are going to lose views. Yes, a lot of the big guys are going to lose views. Josh teamed up quite a few urbexers from England, and they all ended up producing the same content for weeks, and each ended up with loads of subscriptions and low views. That sounds bad message. Well, this is the thing that I was telling you, URBXTV, that you know, it doesn't pay sometimes to go in as a bunch of guys and feed off each other, because you know, it's the same content. People might be subscribing because well, they're feeding off one person, and they're like, oh, well, who's this guy, who's this guy, who's this guy, but they're not going to sit there and watch 5 videos that are practically the same thing. Norma, the damn jelly bean challenge. I did it. I did one. I have it on my vlog channel. It was for my kids, you know, so I did it anyway. And okay, URBXTV posted myself in a box. So some of the ideas that I have in mind for you guys, you know, the thing is, from what I was studying or watching on YouTube from other professional YouTubers who are there to kind of help guide you and explain to you a lot of things and stuff like that, we got to kind of understand that YouTube is a tool. It's a free tool, and it's a wonderful free tool. And if you think by what's happening here, you know, it's just saying, fuck YouTube, I'm out of here, I'm going to go with another platform, even though, you know, like Amazon, well, Twitch or whatever is coming out very soon, their platform, they will not be able to compete with YouTube. And to think that you're going to go on, and this is the thing, CF, that I heard you talking about, to think that you're going to go on to Amazon Tube, and that you're going to be like one of the first ones on there, and they're going to like give you, you know, special privileges. It's not going to happen, okay? And for you to kind of throw away everything that you've worked so hard for now, just for these changes, which are for the better, you have to look at it. It is for the better. We might have to start over a little bit. Okay, pay attention, man. Once again, the big guys screw up, yet we are getting screwed over for it. If they produce same vids, then they should get shafted, not us. Well, they are going to get shafted. All these people that we say that, like I was talking about, that I don't like. My kids loves a lot of the stuff that's on YouTube because it pertains to their kind of age group. But there are still, like, video gamers out there that are playing games that, there's, like, if you're playing Call of Duty, there's like 1,000 people playing the same game, and they're all trying to get their niche in there. But it's the ones that have the foul mouth, the constant. It's like everybody and I don't want to be insulting, but a lot of them are like, they have this attention deficit disorder where they have to be the loudest and the most obnoxious and most hyperest person that never takes a break when talking, and they're kind of trained in some ways by YouTube to say, well, you have to be let me see. I'm trying to think here of some ideas. Like, you have to be, always on the go. You have to be entertaining. You have to speak a certain way, and that's how a lot of these kids or adults are. Okay, saying no one will ever compete with YouTube is nonsense. Where there is a space somewhere will come along. Well, you know what, my man? I've been doing online streaming for a long time, and I've tested out a lot of platforms, and I even was on Twitch. I removed my account because it was shit. I came in one day because I wasn't online for a few days. I think like 14 days. They deleted all my videos, and then when I researched it, apparently if you're not continuously streaming on Twitch after 14 days or 17 days, your content gets deleted. So I was kind of pissed off, and the fact that we all agree that Twitch's user interface is a piece of garbage. But I went and I opened up a URBXTV account today. I know I'm so fucking stupid, but it's there, it's set up, and maybe one day I will use it. I don't know. I haven't decided because I'm throwing a lot on my plate right now in terms of all the social media stuff. And from some of the stuff that I've been hearing, see, I got a big fucking pimple here on my arm I'm trying to break. Let's see what I'm missing here. May take time, but somebody will compete directly with YouTube, and YouTube. Well, the thing is that YouTube right now is considered, I don't know if you're aware or if you heard me mention this, but it's like the second largest, like, not just for being internet, but television-oriented content, like in competition with real networks. It's the second on the list. So they're up there with the big boys. But I'm going to say you can always give it a try. And then you can say, I wouldn't get rid of my YouTube account. I would use other platforms. And the other thing is like I said about using YouTube as a tool. What happened to the good old days when we used to have our own websites? And we used our website to do whatever we wanted. YouTube won't stop you from, making videos and sharing them on your website, or you can have specific ones that are not viewable through YouTube and only can be linked onto your website. So that'll bring attraction not only to to new content that you might not get monetized, but you're still creating the followers and the viewing time, and I think that's very important as well. Now that viewing time is one of the main things that they are doing. You see what we have here. 8,000 hours of content is played on YouTube every minute. That's a huge amount, which makes it even dumber for them to destroy their creators, which is their lifeblood. Well, from what I understood today is, from one side of it, yes, it is shitty what they did, but you kind of have to realize that it's not up to YouTube. YouTube doesn't make any revenue off of us. They're giving us a free service. The only revenue that they're making is from the companies that are giving them the advertisement. And my understanding is a lot of these companies do not want to be associated with certain content and certain creators, especially like Paul Logan, for example. Now, he's gone, that's it. But there are many other Paul Logans on YouTube, and a lot of these companies that are giving advertisement endorsements are starting to realize that their videos are popping up on people's pages that they don't want to be associated with. And there's supposed to be different tiers, of course, that are going to allow the advertisers to determine if they want a soft, medium, or extreme content creator to post their videos and stuff on. You're back again, Tay. You just finished work or something? Let me see. Welcome back, man. So I'm just kind of explaining to everyone today here that, you know, it's not as bad as what it seems. I'm saying that we have to kind of reevaluate our portfolio. It's our business plan here, and we have to take it serious. We have to reevaluate everything that we do. Our content has to make a step up a little bit. And I will take a look at your thumbnails, CF, after. Or maybe I can take a look at them right now. Where are you? No, that's Exploring with Josh. There you go. You're right at the top of my list of subscriptions. There you go, buddy. Okay, videos. Yeah. Okay. I don't really see much difference in your thumbnails, CF. The only thing is, and again, this is something that the system, from my understanding, and I don't know if you're aware, that having thumbnails with your face in it is actually has better chances of getting more hits than showing a picture of a hallway or you know, something like this. And I understand, but this is just some advice that I give you. And the reason why this happens, and it made sense, is that whenever you upload a video, for example, and it creates three default thumbnails, it's usually always a picture of your face. The system scans the videos and looks for those faces deliberately to use them, because it's what will get you the hits. So whenever I make a thumbnail, and if I go back to my channel, and if you noticed that, except for one, but you know, I always put my face in it. Just let me get this out of the way to get my mug out of the way. Pink. I'm jumbling a whole bunch of things. Thank God I got a double screen. So yeah, so you see here I have my face. Do you see my face? Okay, yeah. And the reason why, also, even in the search, the algorithms will look for this kind of thing as well, a certain way, but that all has to do with your tags and your title in the thing, which is also something that I've been researching a lot about as well. Let me just go back over here, my chat. I'm losing here. Yes, Tay, that is true. Even if there was no internet, urban exploration is meant to be fun. Again, it comes back to using YouTube as a simple tool. Like me, I don't expect to make any money on YouTube. And I really don't care if it happens to explode. I still might not even make any money, so it doesn't matter. I put my content there because I hope that YouTube will be around for a long time, and I have a good place to archive all my videos and share it with people. If it gets to a certain point where I do become popular, then that just means it's all of the hard work that I've put into it. you know, you got to look at this as almost like a real business, a real production company. You're producing content. You have to work hard at it. And a lot of people get angry with me and they're like, well, I've watched all the videos. I've done all this and I've done all that. Well, then if things are not working the way they're supposed to, then that means you're not doing what you're supposed to. So you have to reevaluate everything. You know, watch your analytics, check your videos to see where the drop is, what is keeping people there on that video. It could be something that you're missing, could be something offensive. I don't know. This is for you to determine. Okay, CF says he's been doing it for 30 years. Okay, most viewed per amount of time. Thumbnails do not have my face. Eye-grabbing images, emoji catching wondering. I find it, if it don't work hard on my thumbnails, I don't get views. My new videos has a decent thumbnail and it explodes. That's right. A decent thumbnail. Don't put stuff like, you know, and I see this so many times on Mo's thumbnails, but he hits a certain demographics, you know, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not, I wouldn't mind if younger crowd start following me, but my demographics is between 18 and 30 something. So I'm hitting more of the adult range. But putting things like, you know, I found the Slender Man's house. Slender Man possessed me. There's no such thing as fucking Slender Man. Get over it. Stop making videos about something that doesn't fucking exist before you brainwash some little 5-year-old like my kid and tells me, Daddy, Slender Man exists, right? And next thing you know, he's out fucking hacking somebody because he watched some videos of fucking Slender Man. Yeah, I catch. Okay. Yeah. Tay, you have a new sub. URBXTV subbing Tay. All right. So I'm gonna start. I don't want to start getting into explaining too much because I kind of do that for profession. I can, you know, give you also good advice, but there's plenty of people on YouTube right now that can. I'm just kind of giving you feedback from all of the stuff that I absorbed today and for the past couple of weeks. But you know, like for me, I have my URBXTV channel here. I'm still trying to get the favicon to work. It only works in the back end for some reason, so I've to figure that out. But you know, I don't even care that people come here to use the forum or read my blogs or whatever, which I'm going to have a blog coming up soon. But it's meant to just show my content. And what I plan on doing is, and this is another thing, sites like Patreon, people say, like even you, Tay, you said at one time, well, I don't really think I should, you know, have a Patreon page because I really don't have enough followers. I think the moment that you start creating content, you should have a Patreon page, okay? Because this is another source of revenue that comes in. To say that, well, I need more followers or my content's not good enough, bullshit. If there's a platform that's willing to allow people to come in, not advertisement, but actual real people who want to watch more of your content and want to see better content or help you, they will give you the money. I don't have any followers on my Patreon page right now, but I am working on building it up so that people will have no choice. If they want to see some of the outlandish stuff that I'm going to start producing, you're going to have no choice but to go to my Patreon page. Right now it's free. You can go there. Everything that I have or will in the near future will be posted there. But only the uncensored stuff and the extended versions of my videos. So if you want to see those, you're going to have no choice but to go to Patreon. Then eventually what I plan on doing is once I get enough followers that want to see this kind of stuff, then I'm going to cap it. So I'm going to say, look, you want to see more of this stuff? You really, really want to see it? Donate me $1. You know, if I had 1,000 people per month donate me $1, that's $1,000 a month. Okay, that money can go into, you know, new equipment, paying for the cost of travel, going to places that you wouldn't normally go, and this is all for the content. So yes, I think that Patreon is very important. Let me see what we got here. Exploring steps, mine are all real urbexy, no clickbait. No, that's the other thing. You know, you got to make sure your icons are not clickbait, and your titles. URBXTV says, I have been involved in the web marketing and web development since 1999. There are a lot of similarities between what is happening on YouTube and the web marketing over the year. Yes, I have been involved in the web design for more than 10 years. I've built, designed, I've worked with teams, companies on developing for clients. I've worked 10 years at the same time for myself at home, and eventually graduated up to like a whole bunch of other things. But I'm the type of person that's so used to doing research and development and researching and studying everything that everyone else knows what they're doing to apply it to my stuff. And it's a lot of work. So, okay, let's recap here, guys. Let's recap, all right? So, we're going to work through this together. YouTube will become our bread and butter eventually. Right now, the way it is, we're just going to have to work a little bit harder on our content, better graphics, intros, whatever it takes to make our content stand above the rest. Like, I'm telling you, even just watching other people's videos that are making the bucks, you know, and find out what their niche is, so that maybe you could add something else. Just, you know, don't make it just about, say, for, you know, one type of thing. You know, touch on a few topics, add a few other things, learn how the creators teach you how to, how do I say it? Use psychology to, or the way you speak and break up your videos so that they're always wanting to stay on. You got to make them stay on your videos. So it's upgrading, learning a little bit more hard work. Get a website. Get somebody that you know that knows how to build websites. Hey, among the unknowns here. Whoop whoop. Let me see. Arby says, I worry about the certain people who will do stupid things to get views and subscriptions, rooftopping, crane climbing, etc. Yes, this is where we have to kind of like draw the line on doing crazy, outlandish stuff to get the views. So I would, you know, for those who are out there who are urban explorers, be very careful. You know, it's dangerous enough as it is, like, and even not even for urban explorers, like for anybody in general. Let me see what's going on here on the site. I have a website, Laugh Out Loud, for about a year now. You have a website, Tay? Yep, URBXTV helped me with the website ideas. Ah, cool. All right. Well, I'm using Joomla, which is the content management system. You can use Drupal, you can use WordPress. I don't like WordPress only because their backend system is garbage. Joomla is a little bit more complicated, but it's so robust, and there's so many things you can also install in and make it even bigger. Like all these things that I have on my website are all different plugins. Like this was a special plugin for this, for this slideshow thingy here. You know, even to display my videos, I need a certain plugin for that. So, you know, it took me a while to put this together, but it is important. And also, you know, having a lot of social media channels or platforms, like you see here, I have Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, Instagram, Flickr, List goes on and on. And you know, I'm on other forums. There's a Top Buzz, another video feed that I signed up to that I haven't even done anything with yet. And the list goes on and on of all these social platforms. And of course, I will sign up for Amazon or Twitch, whatever it is, when it comes out, because why not? Something has to work for us. And last but not least, I'm going to be going into the city to look for some jobs this week. And I just kind of want to let you guys know. Now, I'm not, you know, whining or complaining. Those for those troll seekers out there, be like, oh, he's crying again and he's begging for money. I'm not begging for money. But I do have to look for a job because I have been struggling for a while to maintain my my insanity in this province of Quebec. I love Quebec. I've been here for a very long time. But it's been a bit of a struggle because of the whole language issue. Now, there's a few things that are going to be happening. Now, this week I'm going to be going to drop off a crap load of resumes to see if I can get another job that's going to help pay for my living expenses, my mortgage, my kids' food, everything, and also a little bit of it to help me go on my explorers. But I'm giving myself a time limit here, where if I still cannot find anything full time, I will have to leave the province. Now, me and my wife have been talking about this for a very long time, and we're kind of prepared for it. And she's starting to see that it's very difficult. Like, I've done everything that I could do. The government will only help me so much, which I don't want to go into it. But we'll just say that the government doesn't see, you know, helping their own people than outsiders. We'll just leave it as that. I don't have anything wrong with outsiders, but anyway. So with that said, there's a certain time limit, so I will be leaving Quebec. I might have to leave my family behind, and I will be going into the Ontario region. So Tay, I don't know if there's any work near you, but if you know of somebody who's looking for a strong, willing worker to shovel shit all day, I'm the man. So it'll be a certain time period where I'll be making the decision to move out of the province by myself, get a small little room, and start working to get my family over, and we're going to sell our house, and that's it. But this week also, when I go drop off the resumes, I am going to be visiting a location. That's right, guys. A video is coming. There is a couple places, but there's one place that I'm going to have definite access to, unless, you know, it's gone. And this is one of the things that I've noticed as I use Google. And depending on what angle you are, the building could be there, the building can be gone. And that's what's very disappointing. So I'm making sure that day when I go, there's going to be a lot of locations to choose from, so that in case something doesn't work out. But this one place is an old abandoned house in the middle of a field. It's even with the recent update to Google's satellite footage, it's still sitting there. There are signs everywhere that says do not enter, do not trespass. But I think what they're doing is they're going to be building a lot of condos or housing locations there, because it's starting to slowly grow. And it's not that far from the old retirement home video that I had done. So when I do this video, I'll link the retirement home into the card section so you guys can capture it. Let's see what's going on. Everyone's chatting here. I love that. I love to see people. What I want to do is going to cost me. Yes, I have a few plans for the summer. URBX's got some plans. My work is hiring. Laugh my ass off. Your work is okay. I have tons of plans. See how many I can do. All right, CF. $15 per hour. If I had, okay, you can room with Tay. Yeah. Well, I don't know if Tay's wife would feel comfortable, me being sandwiched between him and her, or Tay could be in the middle. He could be I could be the slice of bread, and he could be the meat. You know what I'm saying? Um, what's this? Okay. You can be Robin to Tay. You know it, baby. We'll be the ambiguously gay duo. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So I'm really happy. I'm gonna get a video out to you guys by next weekend. I would go tomorrow, but we just had a recent ice storm and some really shitty weather, so I'm not trusting the roads. And the worst thing is when you go into the city of Montreal, it takes them like a couple of days to remove the snow, and I would probably get stuck there. So ambiguously, baby, ambiguously, you know. You gotta look it up if you haven't ever watched Saturday Night Live. The ambiguously gay duo where they look like Batman and Robin, and they fly through the air and they're like joined scissors wise. It's fucking hilarious. So let me see here. Let me get a big zoom up of me and my beautiful mug here. I'm really happy that I got this full screen happening here. And even when it was chopped, it was not so good. It was a little blurry, but now the sharpness is there. So 2018 is going to be a huge year for us. This thing with YouTube is just a little hiccup. For us Canadians, unfortunately, we have to wait till it gets not warmer, because we love the cold. Yes. It's just the snow is killing us right now. The snow, the ice, whatever we're getting hit with constantly is delaying my urban exploring, by the way. I don't want to take a chance going out minus 30 degrees with my equipment, my cameras and whatnot, and they get damaged. I'm not going to take that chance. So I'm going to wait till it's warmer. And I'm hoping that Thursday it will not be that bad, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it for you guys. I'm doing it for myself. But I've been on the edge, and I really need to get out of this house. I've been barred up in this house for too long. I'm afraid I might eat my cat. Where's my cat? Oh, he's over there watching me. Wait. Canada has good winter weather. What the? We just saying if you dress that way, it won't be very ambiguous. This thing with YouTube is only a hiccup if you are Brontosaurus. Yes, CF, we understand. It's a Brontosaurus hiccup. No, it's gonna. But you said it before. We are gonna band together. We're gonna help out each other, and I think that is the way. We're going to have to make sure, though, again, for those who are going to, like, if I go and I collaborate with other people, and I think this is another thing that they want us to do, is it could be a good thing for us, is to collaborate. It's definitely a good thing. But we have to kind of make sure that when we do collaborate together, that either we're working on one piece together, which I don't really think it would happen, or we make sure that our content is totally different from each other. Like me, I put a lot of production into my videos. That's why mostly every time when you see a new video come out, like the next video that's coming out, I already have another new intro that I'm going to be working on. And until I get to that point of the satisfactory of production, then I'll put it on hold and I'll keep it like that. Which I should also, do a video on my other channel on some tips and tricks for softwares like Premiere and After Effects. And to also give you some tips on how to be better prepared, creating you know, special effects or motion graphics and stuff like that for your videos. YouTube is only okay. Laugh aloud. In a few, my drones in 25 degrees weather and snow. Wow. Blender is another tool many of us could benefit from. I have Blender installed. I use Maya only because I'm very familiar with the Maya tool, all the tools and the setups. But I've looked at what Blender can do, and it's an absolutely amazing 3D software. And this is some of the things that I use as well. I use 3D, I use 2D, whatever graphics I can create, animations, special effects, all this stuff. And you know, even with all the bells and whistles, it still may not be enough. It just comes down to having great content, good editing, and adding something a little extra. I don't know, be more humorous, be more like giving information on about urbexing, the proper ways of urbexing. And that's one of the things I want to start doing in my videos as well, is to make sure that I'm addressing those things, you know, to new viewers. Always make sure, you know, you're addressing the rules, things you should do and not do, and also a disclaimer at the beginning like CF does, which I want to do. But he's got my font too, or maybe I have his font. and I almost had like the same idea, and I'm like, well, if I make one like his, he's gonna get pissed off at me. So I have to make sure that my opening disclosure thing is going to be different from him. Essentially 3D rendering, but it can work wonders for intros, etc. It does, however, have quite a learning curve. Yeah, it has a bit of a learning curve. It does. I love Blender. It's a very use Blender, Tay? I didn't know you were a 3D guru guy, or you know. I had it first. You had it first. And that's another thing too, is all of the free tools out there that are available. You gotta understand, all this stuff, whether, you know, like I know people who are like conspiracy theorists and think that everything that we give away is going to be used against us. Maybe in one day, I don't know. Who cares? Right now, I don't give a shit. But if all these websites like YouTube, Twitter, and all that, and other websites that can, you know, create you products for free, like we have at our fingertips everything that we need to create a business out of this, you know, out of these platforms, and build a proper model for a business. And that's why I think we kind of have to stop for a second, move away from the computer. Well, we need a computer, but I mean from video editing. Make your videos, but start focusing on the back end stuff, the things. Like I started writing notes, watching the videos. Like I'm making notes on what it is that I need to work on, like shareability, how to make my videos so they get shared by other viewers. So I might make notes like related to my videos, topics and trends, make them funny, more useful information. So, you know, it's good to think about it, but taking notes is another good thing. Okay, let's see what's going on here. I like doing my little openings in the vids. Gotta run. Okay, no problem. CSCF, I'm going to be ending off this video really soon anyway, because I've been on almost for an hour. I know you're like a 3-hour or 2-hour guy. Yeah, I just want to kind of come on and chat. And also, I have to keep my channel kind of active. So, me coming on and doing a vlog with you guys, it's helping to keep my channel kind of be a little stable until I can get more content coming in. And it's good to be active and interactive with you guys, which I thank all of you guys for coming, by the way. I love every one of you. I will make sure that I will sleep with you guys, each and one of you. But I have to make money first to pay for my flight trips all around the world to thank you guys. And also let me know in the comments after this what you would like to see on my channel. You know, you can ask me, and I will tell you the honest truth. But I want you guys to tell me what you would like to see. You know, better production, a little bit more humor in there, less talking, more talking. I'm working on trying to get a drone for my future videos, and it's not that bad. You know, for like $500 or $600, I can get a decent drone here in Canada. So, you know, again, I can't afford it right now until I get a full-time job, or, you know, some crowdfunding comes in. So that would be one of my key components that I would like to have for my video. It would just make my content explode in terms of the quality that I could have in my videos. So with that said, I'm gonna bid you adieu. It is 11:22 p.m. here in Canada, Quebec, and I thank you all, guys, and ladies, and genders of all kinds for watching my videos or my vlog tonight. And I will keep you tuned. Now, I ain't gonna say there's definitely a video. Well, there is definitely a video gonna come. Even if I gotta go out and, you know, sell some blood, I will make sure that by next weekend I will have that video ready for you guys, and many more to come. Like I said, I have locations. It's just I don't have the funds to get to these locations, because a lot of times it happens that, oh, it's gone. Then you got to go to the next one. So by the end of the day, I could, you know, spend a lot of fuel just looking for places. So I'm going to be also writing up an article very soon, guys. Everyone have a good night. I'm just going to finish off here. I'm going to be doing up an article that's going to be discussing a little bit about what's going on here, at least in Quebec, regarding what the municipalities are doing with abandoned locations, abandoned buildings and whatnot. So I'm going to touch a little base on that, and also a little bit about some rules for new explorers or people who are not familiar with it, and some of the tools that I use. I'm going to post them, and we'll see where it goes from there. So thank you, guys. I hope I was kind of like in the zone tonight for you guys. I'm just going to make another couple of cups of coffee, and then I'm going to go to bed. All right. And Tay, don't worry, man. It's going to work out for us. It's going to work out. You're going to be the meat. I'm going to be the bun. All right, man. And say hi to Bouncer. I don't know if Bouncer was on here tonight. Maybe he's working, but say hi to Bouncer for me. And thank you, URB-X-TV, for coming on. Thank you, CF, for coming on. Exploring. I know there was another guy here. Where are you? Wow, there was a lot of chat. Among the Unknown. Thank you for coming on, man. I think that was it. If I missed anybody else in the chat, I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. But until next time. All right. Ciao, babe.